Have you been scratching your head about how you can turn your abandoned cart sales, your abandoned carts into sales? Perhaps you've been seeing people add to cart on your site and then click out, not put their credit cards in, and you have no idea how you can actually get them back to buy. If this is you, then you're in luck, because by the end of this video, you are going to have my foolproof system on how to turn these abandoned carts into sales. I am an e-commerce sales coach helping hundreds of female entrepreneurs just like you grow their own e-commerce business. Now, for the best advice on growing your own e-commerce business, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified every time I post a video on Thursdays. And today I'm going to walk you through my 3 secrets on turning your cart abandons into sales. Now, let me start with the bad news. The bad news is that over 75% of people abandon their shopping carts online. That is well over the majority of people. However, let me tell you the good news. The good news is that while the average e-commerce email open rate is maybe around about 15%, the abandoned cart emails are opened at nearly 45% open rate. 45%, which is actually huge, and you want to take advantage of this. Okay, so what that means, guys, if you have not set up your abandoned cart follow-up series yet via email, then that is what you have to go do right now, immediately after this training, then go and do that. Okay, so I'm going to take you through 3 really, really effective ways that you can do this. And they do go up in difficulty. Okay, so hang with me. You may not be able to do all of them right now, and that's okay, but I would highly suggest that you at least do the first. You do what I'm going to cover first, and then you work your way up to the second, and then your third, the third type eventually. And that's depending on where you are in your marketing journey. Okay, so let's get stuck into it. Who's ready? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below if you are ready to get started turning your cart abandons into sales. Now, the first way, secret number 1, is that what we should all be doing right now, if we haven't already, is to set up our abandoned cart email series. Do not, I repeat, do not leave it to, for example, Shopify to send their stock standard abandoned cart emails, okay? Do I have an agreement on that? All right, can you type in the comments? I will not leave it to stock standard abandoned cart email series. You are going to create your own, okay? So you guys, you have to go in, and depending on which automated software that you use, set them up yourself, okay? So we like to use Klaviyo, personally, but you can also use MailChimp, you can use Onreport, you can use literally any other email marketing software, because they can all do this. Okay, so let's get into these emails and what they should actually say. So I'm going to go through some really, really tangible things. I'm going to show you some examples as well of emails that I've seen that do this really well. Okay, so I recommend sending 3 emails as part of your abandoned cart email series. So email 1 is something that you're going to send an hour later. Okay, so an hour after someone's abandoned their cart, you're going to send this first email. This is your quick follow-up while your product is still front of mind. Okay, so this email should be short. It should be to the point, with 1, a simple reminder, 2, photo of the product that they've abandoned, and 3, a single CTA. Okay, a single call to action. So rather than just focusing on the benefits of the product, this is the time to actually make customers to feel the pain of missing out. And so right now, here's an example of something I found from Stuart Weitzman. I hope I said that right, Stuart Weitzman. And this is their email number 1. So you can see here, looks like you've left something fabulous in your shopping bag. Okay, so it makes them feel a little bit of pain. And then they stack on top of that. Okay, shop now before time runs out. These Stuart Weitzman must-haves won't be around for long. Okay, and then they've got a photo of the product. So that is the first type. That is the first email. Okay, so just make them feel the pain of actually missing out. Now, email number 2, you are going to send this one day later. Okay, so if you're having to send this email, that means that you may have seen They may have seen your first email, maybe, but they weren't convinced. So it's time to switch things up on their second email. Now, we have to remember that no matter how small or large a purchase is, anytime anyone considers buying, there is always this kernel of doubt floating around in their mind. Okay, they're asking themselves things like, what if this doesn't work? What if I spend all this money and it doesn't work? So the top 3 things that you need to try to do to combat this doubt is to provide social proof, okay, and that's in the form of customer testimonials. You need to highlight a different benefit, and you have to offer a guarantee to reduce the risk, okay, and this is important if you have one. So let me know, guys, if that makes sense. So here is another example that I found, and this is actually Dollar Shave Club. Okay, so what they've done is they're reducing some risk. They've gone free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee. They're introducing some other benefits. First box arrives, get raises every month. They show a photo of it, and what they haven't done is they haven't provided any social proof, but that is great. Okay, so if they had also put down the bottom some social proof, that would have made this email really, really, really awesome. But they did, so this email was really all about reducing the risk and giving them and telling the customer more benefits. Okay, so you were so close to trying the club, you should go through with it. We deliver amazing raises for a few bucks a month. Okay, benefit. No membership fees, benefit. No nonsense, right? Benefit. If you're not 100% happy, we'll refund your money. What do you have to lose? Okay, and that is all about offering a guarantee, reducing that risk. So let me know, guys, is that making sense? Okay, so now we want to have a look at email number 3. And this one you are going to send 3 to 5 days later, 3 to 5 days after the second email. Now, at this point, if someone abandons a cart and ignores 3 abandoned cart emails, they've pretty much decided against making a purchase. Okay, so whether they weren't all that interested in the first place or they decided to go another direction, you don't want to keep spamming them. Or they may actually mark your emails as spam. So this is going to be your last email. Okay, this third email is going to be your last email in your abandoned cart sequence. And this is where you are now, if you want to, and I highly encourage you to, especially for first-time buyers, this is where you're going to introduce a discount code. Now, keep in mind that you don't want to be using discount codes too aggressively. Otherwise, you are going to train people to wait for this email before they buy. Okay, so you might just want to use this, as I said, for first-time buyers only. But after 3 to 5 days, you've probably converted all of the people who are super duper interested in your product anyway, and so a 10-15% discount coupon might just be enough to send some of the others left at this stage over the edge. So let me show you another example. Here is an example of Wink that offers $20 off your first order. So here we go. So you actually left some amazing wine in your cart. No biggie. You have wine in your cart, but it belongs in your home. Come back to Wink and we'll give you $20 off your first order. Okay, so they've done that really, really well where they've just kept it to first orders. So that is the last email. Okay, that's email number 3. So let me know, guys, if all of this is making sense. Okay, isn't that cool? This is the first way that you can, the first almost strategy that you can use to turn your cart abandons into sales. Create these 3 emails as part of your abandoned cart email series. All right, let me know if that's cool. Cool? All right, okay, so let's talk about the second way, which is a little bit more advanced and actually stacks. This stacks on top of your email sequence. So remember, always do your email sequence. That's your foundation. And then if you're a little bit more advanced, if you have a little bit more time, because I know we're all extremely, extremely busy, then you want to do this second strategy, okay? And you want to stack on top of your emails. And this is if you are running ads. Now, if you are running ads, you want to ensure that you do a retargeting ad campaign. So yes, your customer is going to see your email sequence and they're potentially going to see your ad campaign, your retargeting ad campaign. Is that overkill? Because I know I have some clients be like, isn't that overkill? And what I say is, heck no, no. Have you heard about the fact that people need to hear your message something like 7 times before it sinks in? Well, that's not true. Okay, that's not true. I'm debunking this myth, at least not anymore, okay? People now, they now need to hear your message closer to something like 15 times these days, okay? With all the distractions and the number of messages in their face, it's now gone from 7 to closer to 15 times that they need to hear your message, which means between emails and ads, you're barely going to get in front of them the requisite number of times, okay? So do you guys see this? All right, so how do you do this? How do you start to actually retarget them through your ads? Now, the most effective way, if you know how to do this, is to retarget them with the exact product that they had actually added to their cart and then abandoned. You want to keep them focused just on that. Okay, so don't start selling them all these other things that they maybe weren't really that interested in. Don't start distracting them. Okay, and there is actually a really neat way that you can essentially set up similar ad messaging to your email messaging. Okay, so that once they see one, the second one will pop up next for them, and then the third one. Okay, so which means that for your messaging, it's simple. You just use the same approach as we did for our email sequence. How cool is that? Okay, so your first retarget ad will be about, hey, you forgot something. Okay, and perhaps again, like the first email, it's a reiteration of the benefits. Remember, not the features, the benefits. Keep it super short, super simple, because remember, guys, these people are already super solution aware. Okay, they already added something to cart, so they definitely do not need to be reading something super long. Okay, and then for people who have already seen that ad but still don't buy, you want to follow them up with another ad around the benefits and with, again, testimonials or social proof. Okay, this could be videos of other people. It could be real, and use real people. It could be them using your product, working really well, because guess what? You're painting the picture. You're painting the picture for your potential customers. But also, the other so videos is one way. Carousels are really great because, and you can just screen grab positive reviews and just put them in a carousel, and those work really, really well as well. Okay, and then for people who have seen that ad but they still haven't bought, then you can follow them up with another ad targeting them with a discount code or a free shipping offer or some incentive to just push them, nudge them gently over the edge. Okay, so let me know if that's cool. Like, isn't that cool? And let me know if that's making sense to you guys. Okay, so these are some super effective way of turning your cart abandon into sales. Okay, start with your email sequence and then layer on top of that with a retargeting ad campaign. Okay, which is basically using the same messages. So it's not like you have to, do double the work, but it's just going to be another channel. It's going to be another means to get your message in front of your customer. Okay, so those are two really, really awesome ways that if you're already, if you do that, you're going to start, you're no longer going to feel like you're leaving money on the table anymore. Okay, now, but we're not done. We are not done, because I have a third way, which is actually for the really advanced, because now we're going to be leveraging something super cool. And it's going to need a little bit of time and effort to set up. I'm not going to lie about that. Okay, it is. And that is to get in front of cart abandons before your customer has even abandoned their shopping cart. And I get it. I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? Deirdre, what are you saying? What do you mean? I don't understand. They haven't abandoned their cart yet. How can I get in front of it? I know, right? Okay, so let's chat about not only turning cart abandons into sales, but potential website abandons into sales. Okay, because you know how much I love giving you guys extra value, right? So this is the extra value. So I'm going to share with you something super cool that I learned I learned this with a bot expert, actually, on how to leverage messenger bots for e-commerce. And this is a really, really cool way, because messenger bots can be super effective when they are used the right way. And a really effective way that can be used on your website is, as a higher level FAQ feature, for example, or concierge, to help your customer actually find exactly what it is that they are looking for, and then actually help them solve for that. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense. So what this could look like is you could have a quiz or a sequence of questions to take them through a particular flow to help them work out what it is that they would need or want. Okay, and then based on what the result of this super effective bot quiz or FAQ is, even if they have never added that item to their cart, you can still follow up with them via Messenger. via message, okay, in an automated way, by the way. It's not going to be manual. It's all automated. You can follow them up about that particular item that if they didn't buy. Okay, do you guys see how cool this is? Do you guys see how powerful this can be? Because now you're widening that pond of not just solution aware buyers, okay, not just people who physically added something to their cart, but also to include people who intentionally went through a flow to find something that they're looking for, right? And they didn't even add that to cart in the first place. Like, how cool is that? That is so cool. And this is why I just love digital marketing. This is why I nerd out on this stuff, because, oh my gosh, this stuff is so much fun. All right, I'm such a nerd about it. Okay, so you guys, let me know if that's making sense. Okay, so let's quickly recap, because there are 3 ways that you can use to turn your cart abandons into sales. So the first way is to set up your abandoned cart email series. And there are 3 types of emails that you should have, okay? So the first one is make customers feel the pain of missing out. The second one is address that question of, what if this doesn't work, right? In their minds, they're thinking, what if this doesn't work? You want to address that question. And then the third email is to introduce a discount code for any first-time buyers. Now, the second way is to set up a retargeting ad campaign. So what you can do is literally follow the same overall messaging sequence as your email campaigns and keep it super short and sharp. And basically, it's the same sequence, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the third way is to get in front of it before your customer has even abandoned their shopping cart. So think about the ways that you can access your customer to encourage or incentivize them to buy. So for example, using a messenger bot to help them work through what they might need, what they might want, and then following up with them 24 hours if they did not buy that product. Okay, so guys, with that said, comment below and tell me which email in the series do you now need to work on, okay? Let me know what that is and what that looks like. Now you know exactly how to turn your abandoned cart into sales using my foolproof 3 secret method. But what about implementing? I have written a 1-page cheat sheet on what I've just spoken about so that you can have that on hand anytime you need a refresher. So if you want that cheat sheet, then just click on the link below and my bot, Dee, she's going to send it right over to you. And if you want to take what you've just learned to the next level, then come and join this free community of female entrepreneurs just like you, where I share even more free live training on growing your e-commerce business. So guys, go join my Facebook group at the link below. Check out this video next on how to create your email marketing content and messaging. And then this one down here on the 3 tips to creating emails that captivate and convert. If you like this video, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe and share it with all of your friends. And I cannot wait to see you on the next video.